Right-hand side, there are holes or cubicles lined up as individual cells.
Ako ning medunta ilawo bungo kono e Kenya tilin dinkirale la molu kasi damin yo baro fanan kola dinkolu bije damen ya lonko wollem selolti kamolu kilin nalu dundi damen nuto
wo sal ba kono
inside that parlor.
Ni dunta bungo kono don
As you get inside,
buluba
on the right,
selo nyimbe wala to
that's where the cell is.
ye kuntunte comme nyimbe nyamen ni dunta sal ba kono ye koften ye dali dun dinkol kono te.
They made a partition just like here. Once you get into the parlor, you take a turn and then onto the holes.
Very well. And after you're shoved, after detainees are shoved into this hole, is it correct that their legs are separated and tied to handcuffs or chains on the wall?
Ako nyindu ni e molu dundi o dinkolu kono wairi ka molu pusle ke dundije anu fo na mari dunda fo e ke mari singulu bonyo balale bang ya asiti cheno la wala ya fembulala dinko kono je e katara nyama ja ni bulol
ni bis ibisa idunta ten.
If you go in on your stomach,
your
legs are outside. The legs that are outside, they'll take a loop and tie one leg and tie to the other end and do the same to the other leg and tie to the other end.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, we would like to put this diagram into the record.
Council ko yenyin kaito men
Mr. Usher, can you please assist us?
Badila commissional la pour isa kafu sede kaito luma menu be blokono.
Abenyam abole nyama ntire dunta je nga be long. Because ni dunta bukaile mano.
That's the way it is. I got in there and I know how it's like. Once you are on your stomach, you cannot turn on your back anymore.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Mr. Chairman, the exhibit number is 0046.
Thank you, Council. You may proceed. That procedural thing, we can do it now, but your request is granted.
Mr. Chairman. Okay. Mr. Witness, I would just like to go back and just clarify the statement that you made, or the testimony that you made to us regarding how you were treated once you went into the NIE premises.
Ako alafta murula komodo mandi kakudula dolu senayandi wato men aldunta NIA lawo korda kono je alafta ali dinkira maje alafta damen ye senaya itulma.
You explained that you were put in the Bambadinka underground cells during the day, and at around 4 a.m. at night you were removed and you were electrocuted on different parts of your body. Is that correct?
Ako biriye sambaje tilbulo ye dundi je wo ilawo dinkolu kono biring abototo inata ye rose wato me nyum foko ye rose jiwla kolalum inate nyonkoto ndi ye kurangota ka ke balajato dinkiralu to ako fo aketa wol nyaba
aketa wol nyama.
That was what it was.
Can you tell me whether you remember any of the people that actually electrocuted or tortured you during this time?
Ako fo hakilo sibula mola ye mellong wala simen sute men ya lon ko wolle yo tilimbaliya kela ka kurango ke jato bala walla men ye man toro le kan fo isakilo sibula mo lay kono bange mello
wala mo hajulobe men kan wala mi la director ti abulay ko jabi wala han oba nyula yen tilimbaliya atele long atele ko be responsible.
The one that I can recall is Abulai Kujabi, because he was the director, and he handed me over to these individuals who maltreated me.
Whilst you were being tortured, was there anything put on your head or over your head?
Ako biri be tajire ya kelela fo ye fenne ta ya bule kungo la bang wala fo si fenla e kungo kan.
They took a black polythene bag and they put it over my head as like a hood, and they tied it so that I was unable to breathe.
Once you were electrocuted, can you tell us what happened next? What did they do to you after you were electrocuted?
Ko biri yo kurango lutaka kurango ke bala jato bala biri yo ke fo ye bandi ina tamune kela koteke.
Na tana mbulota.
They now took my hand.
Yabula jido kono koma.
They inserted it into a kind of liquid behind me. My hands were burning as if they were in the fire. My hands were all with blisters. Here are my hands.
Can you please show your hands to the commissioners?
They are all destroyed.
Akopulu isi wuli yeta commissionali ya nyilmen be tabulu bato e mara karola ye bulo yitandila pour isi bulo je nyillon commissionality menu be marala.
Please take your time, Mr. Witness.
Ako sedo isata kundomando mandorong ya domando mang.
Mr. Witness, are you in a position to proceed now?
Ako silam fo isiri tenteno dia mole le bang.
Aha.
Yes.
Please describe to the commissioners the condition of your hands right now.
Ako ibulo be nyamen nyin tembeng so alafta yole sata commissionali pour isamoy ibulo be nyamen.
And kindly show it to the cameraman so that they can record it.
Ako isaitan di camera tiolu fanal la isa record pour nyin camera tiolu men be jeteng pour isa record.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, please describe the condition of your hands.
Ako silang ibulolu be nyaming ibe tembeda to ete fang balajato yalo na be nyaming isio fo commissionali
yato monken ya peren.
My health-wise, I am not okay. My whole body aches, and all of that is sickness.
Kindly just tell us what happened to your hands, the condition of your hands right now before we move on to the other areas.
Ako isa fono nye mune kete ibulola me ya sabu aning ibulo be tembeda mento bi isio foye komisona lu wolle be mara karola ni be diamula inyanta inyatilin na wolle la inyatilingula ani marala kadu wolle be sirin pour ka kolu bonyoto
be da men sai
Where I am now
akitan jakalu koti ngal nyimbe bono la ngamen fo ala
is a dilemma for me. I do not know how I will be able to get out of this situation.
My hands.
Mr. Witness, are your hands usually very rough and dry during the Hamatan season?
Ako foy bulolu katara jarin tenne ning sumaya wato dunta foy bulolu katara jarin tenne bang wato be ning sumaya du wato dunta
ni sumana ta katela jambele katte ci yelo ka funti mbuka femutano sumaya mu problem
It usually tears during the time of the cold and it bleeds.
During that time, are you able to do anything with your hands?
ako fo tembo e ka kukeno le ibulolu la bang do ko wala ni lafta kukela ibulolu la
muka fenche no ke jure ka donga bulolu dundije
I am unable to do anything. What I do is to warm water and insert in my hands.
Mr. Witness, can I take you back to when you were being electrocuted? Was there anyone present in the room whilst you were being tortured, apart from your torturers? Can you remember any person being there?
akabe mrundi la koma domandi wato men ibewo tajire yakele la ka kuramota ka ke balajato dulaluto fummo dobe jele me ya sede ya namanke wo moluti menu be tilimbali yake kangela wolu kola fummo do sutontale men tarta bungo kono je akita men nyala
ikambondi bamba dinka fora kuloko
They usually
shoot of 4
take me out of Bambadinka 4 a.m.
yembondi woto ye samba pompo to ye rose jula
They will take me to the pump
jo bes balo besina
and
then
then
jonko ton di tablo kan
hose me, soak me with water, and then bring me and make me to squat on a table.
ye korango sambana
And then they bring the electricity.
sojar nani
4 soldiers,
do ci do lo jang
one
do ci do lo jang
put a gun on my forehead, the other one at the sides of my head, the other one at the back of my head.
ye kay to landi tablo to
And then they placed a sheet of paper on the table.
e ko nga sign
And then they asked me to sign.
e ko nga sign nte man do ko nyini jang
I said to
nte
them
man karan
to sign.
Membe
I'm not here to
nga
seek for work.
ko hani a sign wo ko lan sinafo
I'm not literate. Why would I sign? And they told me to sign. Let me just sign, and then they will tell me what it is.
Do you know what that document contained, which they were asking you to sign?
ako foyalo ne wo kayto men iko ya sign mu nebe safari ngato foyalo ne ba
nte man be man karan
I did not know because I'm not literate.
ko nga sign don ko ala fo ne membe safari je
They told me to just sign. I asked them to tell me what is written on it.
Did you eventually sign the document?
ako fo inata wo kayto sign lebang
ma sign man song
I didn't sign it. I did not agree.
When you refused to sign it, what happened?
ako biri balanta pour ka sign munenata ke
ye samba pompo to ko to ke
They took me to the pump. They took me back to the pump, and they continued to soak me, to hose me with water. I was so cold that I was shivering. Then they told me that now your body is hot, and then they started putting wires under my armpit and electrocuted me again.
Mr. Witness, whilst you were being tortured, was there a woman in the room with you who was working with the NIA at the time?
ako biri be o kelela fo mususo ton tale membe bungo kono je menni wo NIA ulbe do kola
Yes, there was a woman.
Please tell us about that woman.
Ako fo si fem fo no nyentelo si fem fo no ntele no muso la ko to ba.
That
woman helped me a lot, but she was afraid. Because I was naked and I was being beaten by mosquitoes. The woman would remove her head tie and wipe my body and fend off the mosquitoes from me. She assisted me.
Apart from the electrocutions that you received and being detained in the Babadinka cells, did anything else happen to you whilst you were at the NIA?
Ako, wolio kulumen kela Babadinka selo konoje, wolube wo tajire yalu, folube kola kudo nata kela le bang menni wolte klinti.
They electrocuted me. They did that. They electrocuted me. They were telling me hurtful things. They used to give me stale bread without butter, and I used to tell them that I was okay.
What were they telling you whilst they were electrocuting you?
Ako e kamune foye ni be kurao nakile e balo bala.
They told me that if I did not like Yaya Jammeh, they would kill me, and I will tell them, kill me.
How long did you stay in total at the NIA?
Akoye wati jelleke ena eulu buluje la emuto anile ile bulo ay wati jelleke.
Nga 1 week ile Bambadinka 1 week.
I spent 1 week at Bambadinka. I was lying flat on my belly like that.
Can you tell us what happened after you were eventually released?
Ako foi sa fo no nyebang bri ina tebula mune na take okola.
When they told me to go home, I asked, where is the fare? One boy gave me a $50 note. I came up to the gate. I was about to get out. They called me and said that my documents were not yet ready. I came back. When I came back, they undressed me again and took me back to the tap and continued hosing me with water. After that, they returned me back to Bambadinka.
4 days.
4 days.
5 days.
The 5th day, they removed me and told me that now your papers are ready. Yes. And I left.
Whilst you were being detained at the Bambadinka cells, were there any other detainees there with you?
Ako watu meye muta wonya fo mo dolu sutontale menu fana muta ye nati Bambadinka je.
So there are many Farafanya attack.
The soldiers that attacked Farafenye. I met them there. There were 5. But when night falls, they will remove one from there. That one never returned back until daylight. The next day, they will take another one. That one does not return. Until 3 people. Yes. Those never came back. They took me out of that place. And I left 2 people in there. Yes. But when they take them out, wherever they took them to, I cannot tell.
Were you eventually released from the NIA?
It's night that time that they removed them, 4 a.m.
My question is, when were you eventually released?
For me to go home. In the morning. Yes.
Tell us what happened after you were released.
When they released me and they told me to go home, I came out and stood out. I found Abulai Kujabi standing. He asked me, where are you going to? I told him, don't ask me. He passed me and went into the house. And he began asking them, why did you release this man? But he never came back, so I left like that and went home. Yes.
Please describe the condition you were in after you were released from custody.
Inata tara nyadile kabri bala jato la karola foila kolu tata nyadile.
When they released me and I went home, I was unable to do anything. Because the conditions of my hand were such that I could not do any work. I depend on people to assist me, take care of my family. I used to sit for 4 days without my wife cooking inside the house for 4 days, and normally it's the neighbors that will dish out food for us.
Did you seek medical attention when you were released? Please take your time.
Akoyela watota.
Are you able to proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Did you seek any medical attention after you were released from custody?
For health, I did not have the monies to seek proper medical attention. But each time I fall ill, I'll go to the hospital, get a paracetamol here, sometimes an injection, and I'll go home. I did not have food to eat, much more monies to take care of my health.
Did anyone take you to the hospital?
Yes. When I was released, Usenu Dabo took me to Dr. Cisse. Yes.
And how long did you spend at Dr. Cisse's clinic?
I spent 1 month there. That time my body used to shiver, all of it, because of sickness.
Were you eventually treated?
I was treated until I got better. When he called Usenu and told him that, well, this is the extent of my treatment, then Usenu now took us and we proceeded to Senegal.
When you went home to your wives, did you have any discussions with them?
Yes. I have 2 wives. The one, she couldn't wait for me. Because at this moment, since I was not able to perform my monthly obligations, she said she could not continue the marriage and wanted to opt out. And I said, okay, fine, you may leave.
Did you also report back to work?
I didn't go back, up to tomorrow. I didn't go back.
Can you tell us what happened to your job at the Ministry of Health?
Well, they didn't do anything to me. They told me that I was sacked. Because they said since I said I did not like Yahya Jammeh, I could not continue to work during Yahya Jammeh's regime. And I told them that I started work here since Jawara's days.
Did you receive a dismissal letter?
Ako safe letter o la ka foye baile bang.
When I was sacked, I went and asked for my dismissal letter. They told me that if I ever return back there, no one will see me again. Yes.
After your ordeal at the NIA and you went back home into your community, can you tell us how people treated you or how they reacted to you after this time?
Ako biriye nyi membe kelateng hanfo inate bula isaita itate la molia. Ako silang isi nyolu sate otoje inate je nyadile imuta nyadile sate kono.
They used to belittle me. They used to belittle me since I have nothing to give to my family, to the extent that I depend on people's handouts to feed my family.
Finally, just to wrap up, kindly tell us what the impact of your treatment has been on your entire life, what you went through at the NIA. Kindly tell us what that impact has had on your life.
Ako idunta nyin kolea men konoteng NIA la nyimuto ani ye kolu menu kela silang hanfo ina tebula wokuo ay la baluo ke nyadile ay munkule si ima ila baluo kono.
They destroyed me. They destroyed my entire livelihood.
Please go on if you have anything else to say.
Ako isitente natara kumado beda ilafta memfola saying isafo.
Good.
Because of my lack, that is why 2 of my children, they could not pursue their education. My male child
school fees
came to me and said that he had to pay 3,000 for the exams. I said to him, what your mother will cook in the house is not even there. So where else do you expect me to get the 3,000 to give you so as to go and give to other people? That was how the schooling was abruptly ended. Up to today, I am still in that hardship. When you see 25 boots with me, know that I have been given that by someone because I am unable to do any other work.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. That is the end of your testimony. I will now hand you over to the commissioners who may have questions for you, and then we will return back to you for any final remarks you may have.
Ako inumbara bake sedo ako saying abe ibulala commissioner lubulu nyilumenu be siring imarala nyilom commissionality ni moy nyinin kar soto ikono ibe nyinin kala yo ni obotala abina murule kan pour nite fam fana ye kuma soto aketa ya marleti aketa kuma kaneti ilafta men satala commissionally anin gambian kulu tumu isina ofo.
Mr. Chairman, I hand over the witness to you.
Saying yela kodi commissioner Mr. Chairman o sirantio fango bitun adiam tawle wonya.
Thank you very much, Council. Thank you very much, Mr. Bojang. We're truly sorry on behalf of the Commission that you had endured so much in the hands of people who claim to be agents of the state.
Ako inumbara,
sorry about that.
Inumbara bake bitun sedo ako inumbara yakata bari bitun mantoro men late kan akata itul family balafati amandi ye do fereng ako bari bitun hanimbi kulom nyindi me ya lonko ate amandi ya momondi ye menketela bitun ko abenyum fole ko se haketu menketela.
What you endured should not happen to any criminal, to any person who is, let alone to an innocent person who's done nothing Absolutely nothing.
Menketela amanyan na kela hanimo jawola hanimo kurungo imanyan na kelala sako mome ya lonko aman femfenke yew muta yew tajire ya façon kala memman kuke ako mukuja ubalti ako ise haketu.
And what is even worse, to do that in the name of the state.
Ako men jaw ya taji fango itelu ko yew ke bankole toyala.
Commissioners, if you have any questions.
Ako ning commissioner kotanguli nyinin kar soto se nyinin karo ke.
Commissioner Jones, you have the floor.
Commissioner Jones wala kane nyinin ka.
Thank you, Chairman.
Ako chairman inumbara.
Mr. Bojang, I have a few questions to ask.
Ako Mr. Bojang kumadanta bembulu nyante nyinin kala menula.
The first one is regarding your detention at the NIA.
Ako follow mu ila mutoleti ye sindi dameng NIA.
You said you were detained for about approximately 2 weeks.
Ako yenyum foko atata follow kumfula nyong ibe ye mutaje.
During this time, were you provided any food to eat?
Ako nyin tembeng fo ka domoro dilale bang e kad mendomo.
Ngurjaro.
Stale bread, dry bread.
They come fast and take my back.
They were very angry with me, very angry with me.
Okay. The second question, following your arrest, detention, and torture.
Ako nyinin kar fulanjang biri ye muta hanifo ye samba ye nyin tajire ya lukela.
Did you remain actively involved in politics after you were released?
Ako fo biri ye bula enata continue kuolu tamando le politiko la karola bang.
Yes, that did not stop me from doing what I wanted to do. And I did that and saying, believing that even if they had wanted to kill me, they could go ahead and kill me.
Did you face any subsequent intimidation?
Ako fo lube kola inata kulukele men ya lonka sikete silandir kuolti men sakendi puru ibe mento e boje.
Yes, you see all those things, but I said to them,
the
person that you are about to kill, that one will not complain about an injury that you are going to inflict on them.
My final question. You did say that Yai Jame's mother was your auntie?
Yes.
That was why they felt so hot, the fact that I was not a part of them.
Okay, you also did say you knew Abdullah Kujabi personally.
Very well. We are all from the same village.
Did the family try to intervene in any way?
Ako fo dimbaya lu badingulu ye fere kele bang wala ye dabula kulu kono nyawnyandi nyama purka kulu sono yandite.
No, that never happened.
Thank you.
Ako inumbara.
Thank you, Commissioner Ka.
Commissioner Ka, wale kane nyininka.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have 2 questions.
Aka Mr. Chairman inumbara. Ko nyininka arfula le babulu. Follow nying.
You said your 2 children dropped out of school.
Ikoela dindim fululu. Wulu ila karango tinyata katu kulu ketanyaming.
What are they doing now?
Ako wulu be munela saing.
They are not up to anything now. They are not up to anything. And they are my future. But I couldn't pay their school fees. So I did not have money to buy rice for us to live on. So where would I get the money to pay school fees?
Thank you. And second question is, when you were arrested, was your family told about your detention?
Ako fulanjango nyininkar fulanjango biri ye muta foye kibaro di ila dimbaya lulale ka foko ye mutale.
Yes. I was arrested in front of the people of my Kabilo.
Thank you, Chairman.
Ako inumbara, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Kinte.
Commissioner Kinte, wale lafte nyininkala sayi.
Paboja, mkombe nyininkala iko ila mutawato.
I said I was going to ask you. You said when you were arrested. You said you fought with them before they overpowered you and took you away. They took guns and they hit me with the gun. The gun struck me. Gun bought me on my shoulders, and they handcuffed me from the back and took me away. There were many, and I was the only one. So. Up to now, I feel pain at this part of my shoulder. They hit me with the gun until I fell. And I stood and I revenged. They took me up to Banjul. Once I arrived, Abulai Kujabi came out and told them to take me inside and straight to Bambadinka.
Bari wolipa dula kola emana amanke ko me balo feli kwenke fo balo baramanta o mo so.
They only beat me once in Brikama. All my suffering. In the morning, they will bring me out of the hole in Babondika, pour cold water on me, and take me to this table where I will squat and then electrocuted.
Thank you. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Bishop Odiko, wale kane inyininka.
Thank you, Chairman.
Ako numbara chairman.
Mr. Yaya Bojang.
Ako Mr. Yaya Bojang.
Babadinka.
Ako Bambadinka.
Does it have light?
Ako fo lampo bijele bang.
I never see the sun, in fact. There is no window. It's like a grave. It's like a grave.
Now, if you are taken to the NIA, will you be able to point where Babadinka is or was?
Ako misali kama bibi tilote nimmo ye samba Bambadinka. Ni ye samba NIA. Foibe Bambadinka dula chodi nolale wala kaita ndimola.
I heard that they've dismantled the whole place. Because it's just as it is on the paper, small holes.
Finally, what's the meaning of Babadinka?
Ako Bambadinka koto mumuneti. Ako Bambadinka akoto mumuneti.
That's just a hole of a crocodile. A hole of a crocodile. That's what it means. And that's where we all lay. They will never accept or allow you to see the way that place was. They will not allow you to see it.
Thank you, Commissioner Imam C.
Commissioner Imam C. Wale kane yininka.
Thank you, Chairman Bojang.
Ako amunta musolu be bulle anin dimbaya lubang.
Yes. I had 4 boys and 3 girls.
Ako foibe karankan ne bang.
I told you the 2 oldest ones those are the ones that are dropped out prematurely. The ones in the primary school, those ones are continuing, but the ones in the senior school, those ones could not continue. Because I had to pay money to the schools. And there was no rice in the house, so I told them to just give up on the schooling. Because each time I have money, it's because someone has donated it to me.
Thank you. Commissioner Samba.
Commissioner Samba, wale kane yininka.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Mr. Bojang. Lafte yininka le odingol membe bije. Keba ma sanji jelu.
Akoy dinke ma aya banta sanji awe sanji jelle soto.
My oldest son is with his wife now. The second one is a female, but is also married. That is the one.
Primary 5, 6, 2 and 3.
She also dropped out of school prematurely. My second wife is the one that left. I did not have any child with her. The one that I had children with, she's still with me.
Thank you very much, Council. You wanted the floor back?
Yes, please, Mr. Chairman, just to give the witness an opportunity to make any final remarks.
Ako ha abitun alaftameng falajan rong wala mnyenti silang ebe silo dila itafango fanana ingani yo momenti laftam munne fola ya marolo mbang kamulu diamundi fo itafanansi wo fono le sai.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum kotoke. Mbadi Gambia ankolu.
Fellow Gambians,
all
these things that are happening now, it was caused by one person. Yesterday, nobody knew these kind of things. Nobody knew these things. But today, this bad rule brought about all these things. Because please, we all have to be one intention. We forgive one another.
Sorry, Mr. Witness, to interrupt you. We were just wondering whether you would be more comfortable making your final remarks in Jola.
Ako abemem fo kan wala mnyinti ko fo ila kumakalla bangulu fo isa fo no Jola kan to puru badi ngulu samwe.
Yo. Ngafo Jola kan. Yo. So sila continue diamora ko.
Yes, please. Yes.
But to demand in remember can sorla isi.
Yo. Assalamu alaikum ku falon ku Jola ko. We have
all seen whatever happened in this country. Let's take it easy on ourselves. We are the owner of this country. This Gambia. Whoever sit in this Gambia, he or she will be working in the Gambia. All of us.
Let us
not differentiate to say that I am in this party or I am in this.
Gambia 2 and
the whole Gambia, we are all one.
Gambia 2 and Akon.
The whole Gambia is one person. Whatever happened here, let it never be.
Interpreters, can we have interpretation in English?
We have suffered a lot, but nobody sent us. It's because of our country. Today, another place will be easy. The other area in the country will be easy, but we are all. Let's put it in mind that to hold each other as one. Let's hold each other as one. We are all. We are all one. And here at TRRC, but what people are saying about TRRC is too much. It's too much.
They say that what you are doing here at the TRRC, nothing will come out of it. You are just doing this effort in vain. And they said this to annoy me. And I said to them, these things have happened. And it's because of God. These elders who are sitting down, they are not sitting there for anybody, but they are sitting for God. Because someone who is standing for right and truth is working for God. And these people, they are working for God. So these are your statements, you can make them. Yes.
So what I'm thinking, my tribes, Jolas, they all hold each other. We are one. All of us belong to this country. This is what I have for my tribes, the Jolas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness.
Ana Baraka.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bojang. I said thanks for coming to testify before the commission, and thank you for those final remarks. Council, you have something else to say before I close the meeting?
Yes, before you adjourn, Mr. Chair, just to announce that tomorrow would be an interesting and historic day for the TRRC. I can say no more, so stay tuned. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for teasing their curiosity. So we'll have to see what happens. So if there are no further remarks, we would adjourn and meet again 10 o'clock tomorrow morning sharp. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.